Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube. Now, I thought I'd film the intro with a full face on. This is what we're going to be doing in today's video. I'm just going to be sitting down, doing my makeup. That's about it really. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go for my first YouTube video. So if you do want to see me do my makeup, probably do it terribly, do everything wrong, see an absolute mess for the next God knows how many minutes, then please keep watching. If you made it through the intro, then thank you. I've literally just sat down. It is 6 in the evening, so I can't even lie to you and say it's early in the day. But I thought I've had a little day cleaning, tidying. I thought I'd plug up the courage to actually do this. So I'm going to sit down, do a bit of makeup. But what I have done is actually had a bath. It's Friday today. I put some fresh tan on for what I have absolutely no idea, but it's just one of those things that makes you feel better during lockdown, instead of actually feeling like a potato. So first step for me after that would be to do my skincare, tan on. So following that, I can't really put too much product on my face because the tan will come off. However, I'm just about to put makeup on, so that defeats the whole purpose of that. However, let's get into the makeup. Well, the first thing I do is my eyebrows. Now, I like to keep my eyebrows really natural. I mean, if any of you know me, the photos of me years and years ago when I first started doing my makeup, I literally used to pencil in my eyebrows and they were so thin. I used to pluck them to death. It was actually disgusting and it should be illegal what I did. So I've literally got a bar of soap. I would show you the soap. However, not the most hygienic thing in the world, and I don't want you guys to run away at the first video. So literally get the soap, spray a bit of setting spray on it. I use the Barry M all night long. It's a really good dupe for the Urban Decay all nighter setting spray, which I know can be a bit expensive. Well, I don't see why you've got to splash money out if there's cheaper alternatives. So sorry if I'm looking to the side, I've got a mirror here, but I literally spray that onto the bar of soap. Got the soap on the spoolie here. I just brush my brows up. Now, after I brush them up, I just like to go with my finger and actually just press them down. So this way, I don't get too much kind of soapy product on my face. I know I could just wipe it off kind of around the edges, but obviously I've got a bit of tan on just on my skincare, so I don't want to disrupt that too much. Now, that's the first eyebrow done. Now I'll do the second one now. So the foundation that I love is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. So that is my foundation done. I just fast forwarded it because you guys probably don't want to see me blend that in for about 10 minutes. Now the next step is concealer. Now I absolutely love concealer, it's my favourite step. Now my favourite concealers are, or concealer should I say, is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. Now I've got two shades of this. I've got Light Sand and Fair Warm. So Light Sand is kind of my perfect highlighting shade for under my eyes. And I absolutely love this concealer. It's really full coverage, hides all of your sins. I just find this perfect for a night out. Now I'll probably be absolutely crazy, but trust the process. Now I'm going to take Fair Warm. It's a tiny bit of this because this is actually really light, and just pop this in my inner corner just to really brighten that area there. Some people really don't like the kind of really bright under eye look. I know when I do my makeup sometimes, and I kind of go out, people will look at me and think, what the earth has gone on there? But it's personal preference. It's a look. I'm just going to blend this out. It's just a Real Techniques brush again. This is called the Soft Accent Brush. This came in a set with the foundation brush, and to be honest, I always used to use the beauty blender, like obsessed with the beauty blender beforehand, and also the Real Techniques sponge, but recently I just love brushes, to be honest. I think it's the whole fucking palaver of dampening the sponge and then rinsing it out, blah blah blah. Who's got time for that? No one, definitely me. So literally just blending this concealer out. Now blend out my chin. Now the reason I could put concealer here is I probably look absolutely crazy at the minute. I don't have a viewfinder in my camera. I've literally got my mirror to go by, so if I look anything like how I do in the mirror, then you probably think, what the hell has she done to herself? But I find that it kind of lifts your face a little bit. So I've got about 4,000 chins, so I need as much lifting as possible. So hopefully once I've finished, you'll kind of understand why I do it. But that is concealer done. So as you can see, really bright under the eyes. Absolutely love this look. But to add a bit more colour into my face, because I currently look like an actual potato, I'm going to get the concealer again, but in the shade deep chestnut. I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm actually going to put it kind of where you'd cream contour, but just a little bit upwards. I've got like a longish head, I think, big head. So I need to kind of lift upwards, and there we go, I've got concealer in my hair, lovely. Now I'm also going to do the tip of my nose. Now one thing I absolutely love is nose contour. I'm going to go down the sides of the nose. Now it took me a while to figure out what really works for me. If anyone watching this is a makeup artist, they're probably thinking you're doing this completely wrong, but this is how I think it looks okay on my face. Now get rid of double chin. I'm going to take my concealer, put it under here. I'm going to bring it up slightly. And once that's blended out, it should kind of create that shadow and get rid of what lockdown has done to me. Now I'm going to take the same foundation brush. Sometimes I do use a concealer brush, depending if I want to be kind of really precise, but this is kind of just a rough, quick, everyday makeup. Well, not every day, so I don't wear makeup every day now. But if I was to kind of go out shopping, go out for something to eat in the day, and this is probably what I do. So literally just blend that out with the brush, and it's already got a bit of foundation on from when we did the base, so I find it helps blend it that little bit more. And just do that, and as you can see, I'm not dragging it down, I'm just kind of bringing it up when I blend it. And then again with the forehead, I'm going to blend that in. I've got quite a small forehead anyway, so I don't even know why I do this, but you know when you just watch so many makeup tutorials and you just start to kind of pick up the little things that everyone does and you think, oh yeah, that will look good on me. Whether it does or not, I have absolutely no clue, but it's just kind of habit at the minute. I'm a terrible creature of habit, so especially when it comes to my makeup, I kind of know exactly what I need to and want to do. Now for the chin, we're going to blend that upwards ever so slightly, but also bring it down. Now I know it looks like I've got like a brown beard at the moment, but I promise you that when it's done, it will look okay. So it kind of gives the illusion of actually having a jawline. Now I know that is something that filler can fix, but right now makeup will have to do. What I'm going to do next is take the same brush but turn it to the side. Now again, I don't have 4,000 brushes to do every single step of my makeup because I just do not see the point. If I've got one brush that's going to do multiple things, then that is good enough for me. So I'll take the brush, blend down the bridge of my nose, and also blend out the tip here. I know nose contour isn't actually for everyone, but literally I'm obsessed with it. I cannot live without it. I've got quite a flat nose, so there's not kind of much dimension to it, I don't think. And especially once you put your foundation, concealer or the base makeup on, it can kind of get swallowed up in your face. So I find this is a really good way just to kind of bring everything back to life. So next stage for me would be to kind of set my under eyes. So I use a really kind of old favourite of mine, this Rimmel powder, which has absolutely been used to death. As you can see, hit pound on it, does an absolute state, but dry care, not really. This is reality of doing makeup. Now I know there's girls that, God, I've got all this. Now this is reality of doing makeup. So what I'm going to do is take a little puff. And I've got this puff in a setting powder, the Barry M one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the product like this. And I'm actually going to use this to set my under eye. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face using the Maybelline Fit Me powder. Now I'm just going to take a brush. I think this was just from Primark. Something like £2. I'm going to swirl the brush around in the pan. Now, am I even getting any product out of this pan? Probably not, but we're going to roll with it anyway. So I'm going to take the brush. I'm just going to pat this over the rest of my face. Now I definitely need to do one of these powders because I'm literally picking up dust on here. Take a bit more. Do this side of my face. And my oom falls out. Now I'm going to take a bit more of that powder and just do the other side of my face. Now we're all set, all matte and lovely. Now I'm just going to take the brush again. I'm just going to brush down the side of my nose and just get that kind of excess powder off from when we set under the eyes. Next step for me would be to do a bronzer. So I used to absolutely love the Hoola bronzer. Now that is a kind of really old favourite. I know when I was at school it was kind of like, oh my god, you've got the Hoola bronzer. But again, quite expensive. Well, actually it's not that expensive, but I really don't see the point in kind of spending a lot of money on makeup if there are cheaper alternatives, like I've said. So this bronzer is absolutely unreal. It's from Revolution. It's the Mega Bronzer in shade 02 Warm. Now it is really pigmented, so you do have to be very careful with it. However, get a bit in your brush. I'm going to tap off the excess because this goes horribly wrong, as it sometimes does. I'm literally just going to tap it onto the top of my cheeks where you put that cream contour. Now as you can see, it just brings the perfect amount of colour back into my face, but it is very pigmented, so you need to be careful. I'm going to take a bit on the forehead. Again, I've got a really small forehead, so I don't know why I do this. I just feel like it kind of helps bring everything together. Take a little bit. Now I'm going to do under my jaw, but again, we've already put the cream contour there. Now you want the contour, I want the contour to make it like I don't have 4,000 chins. However, if I do put too much on, I just feel like it looks really cakey, and someone like literally has rubbed chocolate on your neck, and you do not want that. So that is the bronze done, and now I'm going to go on to blush. So I've got this palette from TK Maxx, believe it or not. I actually love TK Maxx for kind of discounted makeup and other beauty products, but makeup, sometimes they've got some really not that great stuff in, but when I went probably like a year ago now, is this expired? Probably. However, I got this Becca palette. Now everything's rubbed off. It was the Khloe Kardashian and Becca collab. Now what it's got in here is a bronzer, a blusher, a highlighter, and kind of a highlighty slash blush. Now I'm going to use this blush here. It's actually called Fabulosity. It's a radiant blush, and it obviously does have a little bit of shimmering, gives a really nice glow. Now again with the blush, I'm going to basically put it on top of the bronzer. Are you meant to do this? I literally don't even know. If you're a makeup artist, don't shout at me, but it's what I do and what I think looks okay on my face. And then what I'm also going to do is get a bit of that blush and just run it kind of over your nose. Now I used to absolutely hate blush because I used to buy the kind of proper pink blush. Do you remember kind of Miss Sporty? Any of the girls that were around my age, nearly 30, Miss Sporty makeup was kind of the makeup to get. They always used to do like really weird blushes, etc. Now next is highlighter. So I'm gonna get my Real Techniques highlighting brush. This is a Spotlight fan brush. I'm gonna go back into this Becca palette, and I'm actually gonna use the highlight from here. Now I'm just gonna get my brush in there, tap off the excess, and put it on the top of my cheeks. Now the blush we already used has got shimmer in it. This is also obviously a highlighter, So it's going to highlight. Do we need that much highlight? Probably not. Do I look like a disco ball? Absolutely. Do I care? No. So we're going to pile that on, pull it under the brow bone. And also what we're going to do is, if I can find a little blush, which I probably can't. Oh, I can. Is I'm going to get a little brush. This is the Real Techniques smudge liner brush. Now what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of the highlighter on here and actually just pull it, not quite on my inner corner, but kind of just on the lower lash line in the corner. Again, this is why probably not, but it's what I do. What I kind of think suits my eyes. So I've got quite small eyes, and it's kind of like a cat eye shape, but I just find that this works. Now what we're going to do after that is we are going to finish the eyes. Now I keep my eyes really basic, I really don't go all out with them, however I will do a tiny bit of eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush, fluffy brush. I'm going to take the same bronzer that we used, the Makeup Revolution bronzer, put my brush in there, tap off the excess, and all I'm going to do is kind of wash the colour all the way over my eyelid. Now I'm not going to lie to you, there's been many a time where I've actually tried to do insane eyeshadow looks, like when I watched James Charles or kind of like Steph Tom on YouTube. I absolutely love them. I watch them do their eyeshadow looks and I'm just like, how do you even do that? Like, is that even humanly possible for me? And I've literally come out looking like a clown. So I stick to what I know works, I think, and that is to literally just wash my eyeshadow over my eyelid. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now, it's not just the because literally kind of like a little bit, get a solution, lift your eyes, what your eyes, really your eyes, so I can't feel what I'm doing from the crease, especially when I'm doing creases, so I've got actual eyes up, non-surgical face, that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to use one of my favourite lip liners ever. Now this is from Rimmel and this is in the shade Tiramisu. Now it was this and Rimmel Spice and also Cappuccino, which I love, but the Tiramisu is my favourite shade. So I'm also going to take a lip liner. We start on the bottom. I'm just going to line my lips. I'm going to do the top. I'm just going to shade it in a little bit. Excuse my crusty lips, I probably should have lit them before I did that, but reality. So, line my lips, it's just a nude liner. Now sometimes I like to add a little bit more colour. So what we're going to do is grab the Lasting Finish lip liner from Maybelline in the shade Cappuccino. Probably should sharpen this, but it's fine. We're going to take it literally just on the outer part of the lip. Put it on the top and the bottom. As you can see, I've just done my Cupid's bow as well. Whether that shows on camera, I don't actually know. But what we're going to do is top it off now with a little bit of a matte lipstick. So I'll just use the Maybelline Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colour in the shade Mocha. I'm going to take this, pull it on my lips, take my finger and tap it out. Now, I know a lot of people actually used to love matte lipsticks, but I think my lips get really dry now, so they look really dry, crusty, dusty, no one wants to see that. So I'm going to take some lip gloss. One of my favourite lip glosses is from Makeup Revolution. Now it's meant to be a dupe for the Fenty glosses. I think the Fenty glosses are about £18–20 maybe. These were, don't quote me, I think £4 or £5, and I haven't had the Fenty gloss, so I can't do a direct comparison, but I've kind of read a couple of reviews, seen a few videos. I thought I'd pick this up, and this is in the colour Glaze. Well, it looks like a colour, but it is meant to be clear. Where I've been dipping it in out of the pot. Actually, I'm going to show you. This is my other one. So this is now brown. So we're going to use this one. This one's a little bit newer. Take the gloss and put it on the lips. Now this one is a plumping gloss, but I don't feel like it plumps that much. I mean, it doesn't burn like the Too Faced lip injection or kind of any of the other alternatives. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Now, if you did enjoy what you saw today, for some reason, if you did, then I've absolutely no idea why at the minute, then please subscribe to my channel, please like this video, and also leave a comment down below. It would be great to actually see who's kind of come across the video, any feedback, and also the types of videos that you would maybe like me to film. Now, by no means is the setup I've got here professional. If you actually saw what I was looking at right now, you would actually be disgusted in me. However, it's a thought that counts. I really wanted to do a first video. I had to make do with what I have. I've got a ring light laid on its side. I've got my tripod on a sofa cleaning kit. I've got a little small dirty mirror in front of me. And I've got makeup all over my dressing table, as well as God knows what else. And I've made a mess on the bed, God knows how, but that's just me. So I've done what I can. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.